rich yet.
Today, we're talking about the dangers of copying the wrong launch style. Okay? Because there is a certain style of how you launch your products or your businesses so that way you can make money. And if you choose the wrong one, you can end up deep in the hole. So we're going to go over that. And by the time you end this podcast today, you're going to know which style that you need. Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to throw it over to Rocio and let's break down how many different styles of launches there are. And then we'll go over which one that you need for which business.
Right. I think is a good point. I think that this episode is so important because I know that the term funnel hacking, right, was popularized by Russell Brunson, right? And funnel hacking, a lot of people started looking at somebody else's funnel and then say, "Oh, I'm going to do that exact same thing for my business," right? Without knowing everything there. So, first of all, let's cover the types of launches and then why you shouldn't be blindly funnel hacking or copying right somebody else's launch. So first of all, you have, let's say you have the book funnel, right? Basically, you already wrote a book and now you put that on a funnel and launch it. You have a webinar funnel, and again, different types of webinar. It can be paid, it can be free. You can have challenge funnels. And again, most of you probably have been part of a challenge where it's a multi-day event and usually it's virtual, right? So it can be free or paid. You can have a summit, right? Again, multi-day event, and it can be virtual or in person. Um, you tell me more. It's like low ticket offers, right? You can have low ticket funnels where you can sell things for 5, 10, $20, all the way to less under $500 on a funnel. That's another kind of launch. What else? An in-person event, right? Another in-person event. That's also to
A
sell.
live, you have live webinar, live events versus pre recordings.
Yeah. And it can also be a VSL to book a call, which usually is done for selling high ticket items. So, Colton, do you want to cover a couple of the different price points and everything that you can see in the different launches?
Yeah, so here's how we can identify which one of these mini launches that Rocio just went over. And that's easy to get confused. It's easy to get overwhelmed, especially either if you're brand new or you just want to sell a new offer. Okay, there's just so many different mechanisms, and everybody says they have the right one. Okay, and it really all comes down to price. Okay, so if you are selling something that is over $5,000. So over probably $3,500. If you're selling anything over $3,500, you most likely need a phone call VSL funnel or a 5-day challenge. Now, the reason is the more expensive the product is, the more time they need with you to build trust. Okay? So the lower that we go in the prices, the less time that we need with our customers for them to give us money. So $3,500 and above, you need a 5-day challenge or a 3-day challenge, or you do a VSL book a call so they can get on a call with here and we can build trust in that short amount of time. Then if you have the next tier, which is going to be basically, $600 all the way up to the $3,000 mark, maybe considered mid ticket. This is where you use a webinar. And a webinar is a 90-minute sales presentation that is scripted in such a perfect way. By the time they get to the end, they have no reason not to buy. Okay. This is still the best way to sell any product on the market. Some people even use webinars just to book the calls and sell high tickets. So it was a mixture. It's a mixture of sell them for 2 hours and then the call. That means what? The price tag is really high. It's most likely 5, 10,000 or more. Okay. And anything below $500, you can do a VSL page or just words on a website, and that should be good enough to sell the product. Okay. So Where is your price point in your business? What is it? What is the price point that you're selling? That determines which one of these that you sell. Now, you can do a mixture. You can do a little mixture of both, because at the end of the day, we all want to sell high ticket. Okay? We all have to have something. We all have to have two offers, really. We need an offer that's easy and a no-brainer for people to say, our low ticket offers or mid ticket offers, even. Okay, it just needs to be no brainer, and there needs to be no physical labor or intensive process for you to deliver on. So you can make sales and rinse and repeat. Okay. Then you have the next big tier, which is your high ticket. Okay. Now, you can do mixtures of webinars to the high ticket, or you can do a VSL where they buy something and then phone call. But at the end of the day, it is all comes down to how can you spend the most amount of time with that person so they can build trust.
If this save you time, money, or frustrations, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And if you want our help dialing this for your business, just go to launchesandconversions.com, book a call with us, and either Colton and I will look at your stuff and help you get better results. That's where we're going to go deeper. Okay. So see you on the next episode.
Are we rich yet?